Hey guys, so the video you're about to watch is a little bit different than this one because I am already in Puerto Rico and that video was made a couple of weeks before we came here. Anyways, I'm going to let that video explain everything because I think I do a good job in that video. I just ad-libbed it, threw it out there, and you can see the real me pulling no punches. So I'm going to let you watch that video and then you'll see what I mean. Talk to you soon. Well, that was awkward. My remote shut the camera off. All right, how does that look? Does that look good? Okay, so I'm going to look over here, which is where the camera's at. Just wondering how big my field is. Okay, so I have a channel. It's called Adventures in Puerto Rico. And I started thinking about this, and I subscribed to another guy's channel who's doing like retirement videos. And you know what? I'm retirement age, so I thought, man, I'm going to combine the two subjects and hopefully help you guys maybe see what I'm doing for retirement and how I'm faring through my later years. I never thought I would get old, and I'm sure we all say that, but seems like yesterday I was 35, and tearing it up, but things are starting to wind down. It's a little sad that I'm kind of like on the last leg of my life here, but I guess it is what it is. We all get there, but I'm going to try to help you guys realize that it's okay. I'm okay with it. I'm a little bummed. I wish I had another 100 years to go, but okay, we're going to share a lot of things on this channel. Anyways, me and my wife went to Puerto Rico in 2018, right after Hurricane Maria in 2017, and had a great time. We went for our anniversary, and we stayed for about 4 or 5 days on the beach. It wasn't an all-inclusive, but it was a hotel. They pretty much catered to every need, and it was right on the beach. Isla Verde. They call it San Juan. It's actually like New San Juan because there is an old San Juan. But anyways, regardless of all that, everything was within walking distance. They had so many things you could do. They had tours you could set up right there from the hotel. So it was a great place. We had a great time. We had such a good time. We went back the next year, and then the next year. And then went through COVID, even stuck it out through COVID, and COVID kind of sucked, but yeah, we still had a great time. But anyways, it's a little bit different than the U.S. I like it. I think the culture's incredible. The people are just amazing. There doesn't seem to be any prejudice or judgment there, and everybody's so loving and kind. You have all kinds though, but for the majority, most of the island, the people are like that. So anyways, I am going to incorporate getting old, hitting retirement age, limited funds because I'm not going to work full-time forever, and how we manage and what we do to plan for our retirement years. And you got to think about that health thing too. You got to stay healthy. You can't do it. You got to eat right. You got to take care of yourself. You got to stay healthy. However you do that and it works for you, you do it. Just make sure you do it. Exercise is good. So we do a lot of walking. We're both overweight and we're working on that, but little at a time. It didn't happen overnight, and it ain't gonna get any different overnight. So anyways, follow us, follow me. I'll include my wife. She's a little shy, but she'll be on here from time to time, and you guys kind of follow us. We have some recommendations. We're just going to show you what we do and how we survive. I own a business. I've been a business owner pretty much all my life. I was in the Navy for a few years, learned some medical training in there. I flew in a helicopter as a search and rescue medic, and I worked in the emergency room in the Navy Regional Medical Center down in Corpus Christi, Texas. So that was good. Didn't really care for the blood and guts too much after that, so I changed fields. My grandfather was into auto body, and he got my dad into auto body, so I'm kind of like third generation there. I used to work for my dad when I was a kid for some extra money. Actually, I worked a whole summer for nothing for a car. I got my first car, but I was good at what I did, and I liked it. Working in auto body repair, you get to repair something and bring it back to new, and I like doing that. And then I ended up opening up my own collision shop, and I ended up doing custom work, which you change the body look and paint and candy apples and flames and stripes and all that kind of stuff, and that was fun. I got out of that in 97. I think it was in my 30s, because I saw too many people dying from the exposure to the chemicals and stuff like that. And a lot of the auto body and painters were alcoholics, and I really just wasn't into that whole routine of life. So I found a computer on the side of the road in the trash, and I picked it up, took it home, plugged it in, it worked. I didn't know what it was. I figured out through the yellow pages who made it, who sold it. Ended up being Radio Shack sold it, so I contacted them, and I got the manuals for this computer. It was a word processor, and I spent about an entire week entering this code, key by key by key by key. Took a whole week, a couple hours a night. Big long code, string of shit, I don't even know what it was. And double checking it, because I didn't want anything to be wrong. And then on the last day, I got to hit the enter button, and it did this animation on the screen. It said, "Good morning, have a great day," something like that. And I was hooked. I said, wow, what I typed in the keyboard made that happen. So I got into computers then. I went to school, took some classes, GI Bill. It was kind of cool. Didn't cost me anything. And I've been into computers for about 35 years now, I think. Anyways, any facet of computers, networking, building, troubleshooting, customization, businesses, just whatever people wanted, I figured out and learned how to do, educated myself along the way. Plus I already knew how to run a business, which is a completely separate thing. Just because you know how to do the work doesn't mean you can run a business doing that work. You have to learn how to run a business. And that's what I've been doing for 30 years. Very successful, I might add. I'm not greedy, so I haven't really been shooting for the moon, but I live comfortably. I don't have $1 million in the bank. I ain't got shit in the bank, but I have bought some things. My truck's paid off. It's cool. My wife's car's paid off. Our house is about paid off. And then we bought a condo in Puerto Rico a few years ago. And it's not paid off, but because everything else is paid off and we watch our money, we're able to make the payments on that. And hey, now we got a house in Puerto Rico. So there you go. Hopefully someday we might retire down there. I don't know, but I'd love to today, but as I get older, I may change my mind. I may not want to be so far away, but the family's getting smaller. Kids are growing up. They're all spread out. My daughter's married to an Army guy, so she's in Virginia. I'm in Michigan. My son, he's 40 miles away. And my dad just passed away last year, and all my grandparents and cousins are pretty much gone. They live far away or they've passed. My mom's still here, and my brother lives about 50 miles away. Hardly see him anymore. My mom, she's right down the street. I see her often, but who knows. But anyways, this is my story, And I'm going to take you along with us, and maybe you can get something out of it. I don't know. Come visit us in Puerto Rico. We love it down there. It is just, you got to try it once. You got to get out and explore. But anyways, this is going to be, I think, the direction this channel is going to head in from now on, because it seems to be a need for it. I'm watching channels like that too. People are retired. What are you doing? What do I do? What am I supposed to do? I just got on Medicare. It's like, holy shit, I thought that was for old people. And it's like, okay, you know, I know. Let's do it together. Come on, let's have fun. Okay, so be sure to comment below. Like our videos, subscribe to our channel. We're going to take you with us. We're going to Puerto Rico next week for about a month. So we're going to have some videos of what we do down there and the cool things we've discovered. So be sure to come back and check all that out. Anyways, until we see you next time, adios. I got to come up with a tagline.